He's a billionaire. I probably never would have left in the first place. So, but if I was to leave, I probably would have given in earlier than she did. She's better than me. Hello reader babes, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for finding me. I am so happy to have you here. In today's video, I'm going to be doing my November reading wrap up. I'm going to be talking about all the books that I read in the month of November. I read a total of 7 books this month and it was a good month. I'm looking at my books. Yeah, it was a really, really good month. I thoroughly enjoyed myself reading these books this month. So let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Okay, so in my last reading wrap-up video, I said that I'd read book 1 of the Harry Potter series. Before that, I'd never read the books, watched the movies, and I was in it. I was enjoying it, and I have committed. I read books 2, 3, and 4, and I absolutely loved it. So I'm going to quickly go through like each of them in my opinions. Book 2 is the Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I feel like I'm the last person in the world to jump into this, so I'm sorry if you're aware, but every book follows a new school year for Harry and his gang, and this one is the Chamber of Secrets, so this is their second year of secondary school, second year of Hogwarts, and I liked it. I felt like it was on the same kind of wavelength as book 1. I don't want to give too much away, just in case there's a small minority of you out there who haven't read Harry Potter yet, but I liked it. I gave it 4 stars, similar to book 1. Next is book 3. Book 3 is where I was like, Miss JK knows what she's doing. This is the Prisoner of Azkaban, and this one was phenomenal. Like, I thought the book was so good, and it was really, really fast paced, really action packed. I don't know if I've mentioned before, but I like read the book and then me and my sister watch the movies, read the book, watch the movies. That's kind of how we're doing it, and we both were like, yeah, this one was so good. And I felt like from books to movie adaptation so far, this is the best one. I think they did the movie really, really well, and I feel like the end 20% of the movie, in my opinion, was executed better than the book. And I'm always going to be like the book is better kind of girl, but in this one, I got to give it to the movie. Like, it was so good. But this book was 5 stars. I was like, yeah, you changed my world. Amazing. I'm not going too much into the details of the books for Harry Potter because I'm planning to do like a video comparing the two, so that's why this is a bit vague. So the last book that I've read so far is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. This one was good. I really, really liked it. I will say I preferred the third one a little bit more. All my friends that have watched all the movies say that the Goblet of Fire is their favourite movie and book. I don't get it, personally. I prefer the Prisoner of Azkaban, but this is still really, really good. This is still a 5-star for me. I wasn't too sure about the movie to film adaptation. Like, the movie is completely different to the book. I don't know if I'm okay with that. I'm saying I don't know if I'm okay with that as if it wasn't like made 20 years ago, but this is just my thoughts. But yes, so I have 3 more books in the Harry Potter world left to go, and I am planning to finish them this month. But book 5 is fat. Book 5 is so fat. It's kind of intimidating. Anyway, let me continue with this video. Okay. The next book that I read this month it's another fat book, to be fair. Magnolia Parks, The Long Way Home. This is the 3rd book out of 5, but there's only 4 that are currently out. This book, so let me just give you a bit of backstory. I read books 1 and 2 ages ago. I didn't really like it. All the characters were irritating me. So then I just decided to just leave it there. Then I decided to pick it up again because I was curious as to see how these kids were doing. And immediately, maybe not immediately, but some way into the book, I was like, yeah, cool. I prefer this book so much more. I'm really enjoying myself. And then we got to the end. I don't want to give spoilers, just in case anyone wants to pick up this series. But the ending stressed me. I finished this book well over a week ago. I'm still stressed today. I don't know what to rate this book, in all honesty, because I feel like Jessa, the author, is playing with my emotions, and I just don't think that that's respectful. I don't know what to rate it. I don't know if they're playing a practical joke on me. Honestly, I'm very discombobulated because I haven't collected my thoughts over this. I haven't collected my thoughts and it's been a week. Okay, it's been over a week since I finished this book. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just going to land on I'm going to give it a 4-star. Because I'm an emotional person, okay? And I don't like always changing the ending of my reviews because of my emotions. So I'm going to keep them in check and keep it stepping. Okay, so the next book I read, I don't have a physical one, so I will put it up here. I read King of Greed. So you might have seen, if you watch my previous videos, that I read King of Wrath in October, and that's the first book in the series. The second book in the series is King of Pride, and I kind of gave it a go, but I didn't I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't in the mind frame, but I really couldn't get 10 pages into that book. I think I just wanted a different type of book. I rarely ever read like the same series back to back. I usually like to break them up. So I stopped reading King of Pride. But then I was on TikTok and people were saying how King of Greed, they're already together, but she wants a divorce because she doesn't want to be married to him anymore because she's tired. And I love seeing men grovel. So I decided to skip the second book and jump straight into the third book. And I'm so happy I did. The book follows, what are their names? Dominic and Alessandra. And they have been married for the last 10 years. I think they met at uni. And yeah, they weren't rich when they got together. And then they got together and he started his company and he became more wealthy, millionaire, and then he became a billionaire. And over the years, he's been neglecting her more. And she was like, I'm done. I think he missed their 10-year anniversary plans, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back. I hope that's the saying, or that would be really embarrassing if it's not. But he made her tired. Okay, so she was like, yeah, no, I'm done. And he was like, what do you mean you're done? I haven't done anything wrong. And then she tells him, and then he's going through this whole self-realization, like, oh, I really messed up. Let me try and win back my wife. Then he starts, putting in more effort, doing what she wants. And she's like, no, I'm really, really done. And I don't want to give spoilers. If you want to read the book, if what I've described appeals to you, go for it. It was a cute, fluffy, light read. I think I gave King of Wrath 3 stars, but it was really 2.75. Like, it wasn't great. This one I preferred. I think I will give it a 3.5 stars. It was cute. It was fluffy. It was amazing. Could he have groveled more? Yes. But it's okay. To be honest, I say could he have grown more? Yes. But for me, I would have given in way earlier than she gave in. He's a billionaire. I probably never would have left in the first place. So, but if I was to leave, I probably would have given in earlier than she did. She's better than me. She's stronger than me, personally. But I enjoyed the book, and if you're in the mood for that kind of thing, then I recommend it. Okay, cool. I think this is the last book I read this month, and I read Daisy Jones and the Six. I'm really proud of me because this was on my end of year TBR. So were all the... Wow! Apart from King of Greed, all the books I read this month were on my TBR. Isn't that good? I'm so proud of me. Wow. I'm shocked. Oh, I'm actually amazing. Okay, anyway, I read Daisy Jones and the Six. This book is a very popular book. It's been out for a while, and they have made it a series. And I actually watched the series first, which I was going to say I never do. That's a total lie, which I don't prefer to do. I prefer to read the book first, but I was in the mood for a new series and I was like, yeah, let's give it a go. And it was amazing. Hooked from episode 1. I think there's only like 10 episodes. 10 is the number that's coming to mind. It's a series. It's a one and done series. I don't think there's ever going to be another one. This is the book. That was a series. It's done. And I was like, okay, I've watched the series. I don't really need to read the book, but I already owned it. So I put it on my TBR and I actually read it, and oh my gosh, it's so good. I'll give you a bit of background just in case you haven't heard of this. This is about Daisy Jones and the Six. Daisy Jones, one artist, the Six, another artist. So the Six are a band. They're formed of 2 sets of brothers, in the book at least. 2 sets of brothers and a pianist, a drummer. So a couple individual people, a couple relatives. They basically formed a band, and you see them from the day that they decide that they want to be to perform together to all the way until they get signed to a record label and that kind of thing. So you follow the journey with them. You've also got Daisy Jones. She's grown up quite wealthy, rich pretty girl, and she loves to write music and she loves to sing. The band is missing something, she is missing something, and they join forces. How they come together is really cool, really good, both in the series and in the book. I don't want to give too much away, but I've just given like a really, really quick outline. It's good, like it's really good. It deals with a lot. It deals with alcohol addiction, drug addiction, loneliness, a lot of things, but it's a fun read. It's good. Okay, I'm not the bestseller, I don't think, but this is good. Trust me. Okay, and as I said, I watched the series first, and I was a bit nervous about the book because it's about a band. Like in the series, it's a band. They make music. There's an album on Spotify, like with their music, because it's a band. Like they created an album together. So I was a bit worried. Like, okay, I'm not going to get the same vibes as the book because what's the book going to do? Sing to me? But I was pleasantly surprised. The book is amazing. No, the book doesn't sing to me, but it really tells the story really, really well. You dive into the characters really, really well. Ignore the bookmark. I finished it on my Kindle. I did actually read this book. Anyway, you dive into the characters really, really well, and it's amazing. I feel like with the movie, there was kind of some bits where I was like, really? But the book cleared that up really, really well. So if you have read the series, I would still read the book. And if you have read the book, go and watch that series. It is so good. It's so good. I really recommend 5 stars. This was a 5-star. Okay, so I said in my end of year TBR video that I wanted to read The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes before the movie came out. I kind of did, and I kind of didn't. I failed, and I read half of it before the movie came out, and then I read the second half after, and I liked it. It wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting a villain origin story, and I think I got that from the movie, but you don't get that in the book. Like, in the book, he's a prick from day one. Like, he's a horrible person. One thing that a book will give you that a movie won't give you is like the inner dialogue, like what he's thinking, and everything he does is for his own gain. Like, he is a narcissist from the beginning, but in the movie it kind of gets worse as you go along. Whereas in the movie, I feel like the things that he did in the end, he was probably capable of doing them in the beginning too. I liked the book. I think I gave it like a 4-star. In all honesty, I don't know if that rating is kind of swayed because I'm absolutely obsessed with the Hunger Games and that world, or if standalone this would be a 4-star. I don't know. I think maybe if it was standalone it'd be a 3-star. But because I'm obsessed with the world and I already have, Panem in my mind, and it didn't take a lot of world building because I knew the previous books, I think I'm gonna stick with my 4. But it was good. It was a good vibe and I enjoyed it. So those were the 7 books that I read in the month of November. It was a good reading month for me. Hopefully you got some recommendations. And if you're watching this video, it would be really nice if you could tell me the top 1, top 2 books that you read this month. So maybe I could add them to my TBR and try them. Also, I wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone who's subscribed to my YouTube channel so far. I'm very, very grateful. And to everyone who's commented, like either leaving suggestions or telling me about yourselves. Like, I'm really awkward if you can't tell, but I'm very, very grateful. So yes, if you haven't subscribed, why don't you consider it? Because I would love to have you here. Also, thank you so much. And I will hopefully see you on the next one, maybe. Come back. Hopefully, consider it. Okay. Anyway, okay, thanks, bye.